So the congressman want to reintroduce HR 40. I'm gonna get straight to it. This is a joke. This is really a joke. The Democrats have had plenty of time to get this done, to get a bill, get some type of law passed, or anything passed. I don't know if it could be federal or what. They had the presidency, they had both the House and the Congress before. They didn't get it done, whether it was through executive order or what. They haven't done it. That's why I say this is a joke because now everything is crashing down on them. They know that the black vote has abandoned their party for the most part, slowly abandoned, I mean, because you still had a lot of black folks that voted for him, but that number decreased drastically compared to what it normally is, especially in the state of Texas. 35% of black men voted Republican. I think a lot of us have just grown tired of the lies, the games, the fuckery, because they don't do anything. They're more concerned LGBTQ, immigrants, and other groups, but they constantly come to blacks for the vote. They always need our vote. They always scream and holler that they need the black man to push them over the top. Oh, without the black vote, we couldn't have made it. Oh, without the black vote, I wouldn't have been voted in. Joe Biden goes on, where was he? Was it the Breakfast Club? And said that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. It's a joke. You got Ayanna Presley, Senator Cory Booker. Now they want to push HR 40. Still a joke. Now you done had Doe, everybody doing basically an audit on these government entities and seeing what's going on. Where is this money going? They see the writing on the wall. The gig is up. It's over with. You're not gonna get black folks to come back. You're not finna get us to believe in some of this. You may get a few, because it is gonna be a few people that's just gonna, oh, they're they're gonna get us reparations. Yeah, we gonna have to vote for the Democrats. I haven't voted in years, man, but I'm about to vote now. It's gonna be a joke again. The moment you fall for that crap and you vote in one of these MFers, you get a Democratic president, he gets on his campaign trail and keeps talking about HR 40, HR 40, HR 40, and then he gets voted in the first day. He's not gonna even talk about it no more. I guarantee you. By the time you get to the midway point of his first year in office, he ain't gonna talk about it. Somebody's gonna ask him a question about it. He's not even gonna answer the question. He's gonna deflect. They're gonna put on a show. You know, some of the congressmen may get up and try to talk about it in some type of government session, but nothing's gonna happen. This is a game, and we gotta realize that. We gotta realize that the Democrats are just playing with black people. That's what this is all about. They don't wanna lose a certain part of their constituency because they know if they lose black people, it is a wrap. Trust me, they got the numbers. They see the numbers going down. They see the writing on the wall that things ain't working out for them. They saw President Trump's approval rating. It was 53%, and he's only been in there a month and a half. So they know you can keep playing games if you want to. You can keep lying to the American public. and acting like we're just as upset and outraged as you are about those being up there seeing what's going on. But they know. We don't care. A lot of us are happy that they're seeing where this money is going. It's about time it's been done. Trust me, they get behind closed doors and they probably can't believe what the data is telling them. They don't wanna believe what the data is telling them. But I'm here to tell you, it is a wrap for these people. HR 40 can't save them.
All right, good afternoon, and thank you everyone for braving the inclement weather as we gather to take an essential step forward in the long and ongoing fight for justice, accountability, and healing for Black America. Today, I'm deeply honored to reintroduce H.R. 40, historic legislation to establish a federal commission to examine the lasting legacy of slavery, to develop reparations proposals for descendants of enslaved Africans.
You gotta ask yourself, why now? Why now? Why now? Wasn't Joe Biden just in there? We had a Democratic president. Y'all was always telling us what the Democrats did. Oh, Joe Biden is doing great things for the country and black people. Remember that? Why are you reintroducing this bill now that President Trump is in there? Make it make sense. This whole time, you had Barack Obama had the House and the Senate at one point. You didn't do it then, you didn't talk about it. Barack Obama was throwing the rainbow up on the White House. He was calling himself black. Kamala Harris, it was a statement that she said. They asked her, was she going to do anything specifically for black people? I showed you the video. And she said, no, I'm not just going to do anything just specifically for black people. No, she said that. Now that the Democrats' back is against the wall, now they want to reintroduce HR 40. We gotta we gotta be honest about what's going on. Black people, it's a game. If you willing to go down and fight for this and get and go along with this, you a fool because you're not finna get nothing out of it. I'm definitely a person that's for reparations. It needs to always be for reparations. We need reparations. We should have got it a long time ago. The bill is past due. They owe us. They definitely owe black Americans. But at the same time, it's not a game. It's not something that you just throw out there just to try to get a vote. That's not what it is.
It is an honor to inherit the privilege of carrying this bill forward. From Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
Who didn't do anything.
In my last correspondence with her, she said, keep working on our priorities and never give up. She was the previous House sponsor of H.R. 40 and a true giant in the movement for reparative justice. We are grateful for her leadership.
She's not even the first person to introduce HR 40. The first person to introduce HR 40 was John Conyers, and he did that in 1989 and successfully introduced it in each Congress until his retirement 30 years later. He died in 2019, having sponsored the act each and every legislative session from 1989 to 2017. The number 40 refers to the unfulfilled promise the United States made to free slaves that after the Civil War, they would get 40 acres and a mule. So she doesn't even know the history behind it because she didn't mention John Conyers at all. She mentioned Sheila Jackson Lee, who didn't do anything with it. She has a Caribbean background. Let's come on now. Look, a lot of these people who get in Congress and the Senate and become mayors and any type of government office, a lot of them have no real agenda to get reparations pushed through because they really have no ties to this country or the descendants of slaves. That's why some of them are so quick. Like the one, I think he was a mayor, or I can't remember. I have to find the video later on. But it was an African guy who wanted to get rid of Black History Month. Of course, he wants to get rid of Black History Month because he's like first generation. He doesn't care. They come over here and say, "Oh, let's stop talking about slavery. Let's stop talking about reparations for Black people." They don't care. Why would they care? They can hide behind the cloak of being Black when they're not Black, because to anybody else and some Black people, they'll say, "Oh, they're Black." They're not Black. Specifically, when we're talking about Black, we're talking about American Blacks. We're talking about people who are descendants of slaves, who have been here for generations and beyond. Everybody didn't come over here on a slave ship, but they want you to believe that. So don't let people like Ayanna Pressley, Senator Cory Booker play this game with you, because that's all it is at the end of the day. It's just a game. Like I heard somebody say, it's a political football. That's all this is. They want to reel you back in. Oh, you need to come back over here. Come on back. Come on. We know you kind of went over there for a little bit, but you need to come back over here. We got something for you, special plan. And then boom, as soon as they get you reeled in, they put you on the bench. All right, now go sit on the bench. We're going to start this other guy. That's all this is.
We are grateful for her example and her voice. May she rest in peace and power. And we are grateful to be joined here today by her daughter, former Congresswoman Erica Lee Carter, who today, when I thanked her for braving the elements to journey here, said true justice is never convenient. I want to acknowledge some of our partners in good trouble in this fight. Senator Cory Booker, our co-lead in the Senate, Chairwoman Yvette Clarke of the Congressional Black Caucus, Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman, Congresswoman Latifah Simon, Congresswoman sugar, tobacco, cotton. And even after the Civil War, emancipation, and the 13th Amendment, the legacy of slavery endured in other forms, codified in law to deny Black Americans freedom, opportunity, and dignity. And that's what brings us here today. This brutality, these injustices, these horrors were not things just happened within the culture by osmosis. They were legislated. Today, with Donald Trump and Republicans waging their coordinated and at times unlawful assault on Black folks and Black history.
Boom, that's the play again. Now they coming after us. Well, if you really believe that, then why did you wait until Donald Trump become president? You see what I'm saying? You had time to do this before he was president. If you really believe what you're saying, why did you wait until Donald Trump became the president? That alone should tell you that this is bullshit. As Black people, aren't you tired of people playing games with you like this? Aren't you tired of especially Black people who get in positions of power and use this stuff against you? Make you believe one thing, have you doing something, and then turn around and don't do anything for you. And then get mad when you wonder why they're not doing nothing for you. See, we got to think. It's easy to manipulate Black people because that's what they do. Now, let me show you a clip. I got this in a previous video, but I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it on this video as well. because we need to understand what's going on. I want you to realize something, that it's a game to these people. This whole thing is just a game. And they basically use black people against each other, against this.
Why, after such a dramatic event that happened to Jews, okay, with the intentions of wanting to eliminate every single Jew on the face of the planet, right?
Let
This
me
is what
start it over.
Hitler's vision was. Why, after such a dramatic event that happened to Jews, okay, with the intentions of wanting to eliminate every single Jew on the face of the planet, right? This is what Hitler's vision was, right? Why is it years later, after a crisis like that, what values and principles helped Jews pretty much own Hollywood, do well in business, do well in life?
Oh, I'll tell you, I have the answer
Go
for
for
you.
it, yeah.
They didn't see themselves as victims. It is the most paralyzing thing in black life, what the left is doing to blacks. The left hates you blacks. No, they don't hate you. They have contempt for you. Telling you you're a victim is paralyzing. Jews did not walk around thinking they're victims even after the Holocaust.
Why?
Exactly. See? As long as they can keep you in that same mindset that you're a victim, they can always get you to come back. You can still be for reparations and not be a victim. Things can still go your way this time and age and not be a victim. You can be a successful person, but that doesn't change the fact that they owe us reparations. See, they want you to keep that mindset that you're a victim, that you're downtrodden and the whole world is against you. But that's not true. That's how they keep you. They keep you beat down. And be honest with yourself. Do you really think some of these people want to give us reparations? No, they don't. Because if they did, they know a lot of y'all would come out of that victim mentality mindset. And they couldn't get your vote no more. It would be so hard for them to trick you once you got out of that victim mentality. They know that. So it really does them no good to actually give you reparations. The truth is, if we want reparations, it's going to take a lot more than legislation to get us reparations. Somebody going to actually have to get a foot in their ass for us to get reparations. That's the truth. We can talk about it all day. But until somebody puts foot to ass, it ain't never going to happen. So we can play with this if we want to, but I'm just telling you the truth. It's a whole victim mentality mindset that they keep us in. That's why they get you up. We're going to get reparations. We're going to get reparations. And then when you get to a certain point, then they forget about you. They're going to keep you in that victim mentality. Anytime something happens, they always bring it up. See, black people, they're against you. They don't want you to have it. They want to keep you in poverty. Okay, they want to keep us in poverty. Since y'all got the power now, can we get reparations? We still have to talk about it. We still have to do more studies. How long are these studies going to take, man? Another 20 years, 15 years. We got to go through records. And don't believe that crap either. They got the records. Look, you know what the records are? The records are some of these people's wills where they handed down slaves from parents to the kids. They know who was sold. Well, they sold Billy, put him on the auction block. And then when these people came out of slavery, they started getting birth certificates. Wherever they was moving around to, they were signing their names on different documents. We knew who these people were. They know exactly who these people are. They know exactly who these people are. That's why a lot of genealogists for the black community can go back and find a lot of these people and trace a lot of them back to the 1700s and beyond. Even some of the actual people who were so-called Indians were black people. Look that up. That's how they used to manipulate stuff, by calling actual black people Indians. That was another throw-off point. You had others who were signing up for military. You know those people. You can trace it back to them. You can go back beyond that. You can see where Pappy worked here, signed his name on these documents. You can see where his daddy was a slave. He was passed down to the daughter. And keep going. They used to put that stuff in wills. I want Sally, Billy, and Joe to go to so-and-so. Sally, Billy, and Joe had kids. Then that person dies. I want Sally, Billy, and Joe's kids to go to my son. And so on, all the way up into out of slavery. So they know, they got all the information that they need to know who these people are. That's why it could have been done a long time ago. And for the Democrats especially to not have done it, it's just a game to these people. You shouldn't buy into it. You shouldn't play along with it at all. Because if you play along with it, then they're just going to keep you in a perpetual cycle of victimhood.
History, we will not allow that history to be erased. We will not allow it to be whitewashed. H.R. 40 is a powerful reminder of the work that remains and offers us a pathway toward truth, reconciliation, and accountability. To be clear, this bill is not a symbolic gesture, but rather a meaningful step toward repairing the deep structural injustices that continue to harm black communities today. The racial wealth gap in America is not an accident. In Boston, my home city, the Federal Reserve counts black wealth at just $8, compared to the wealth of white households at $247,500. Nationwide, the racial wealth gap is over 10 trillion. That's trillion with a T. This shameful reality is the direct result of generations of precise, intentional policy harm codified into our laws and budgets. And it is specifically the result of slavery and the anti-black society that followed. From Jim Crow to redlining to mass incarceration, our government, through policies and budgets, has perpetuated and entrenched these harms for generations. The disparities that we see in health outcomes, housing, education, wealth, and more are by design. Today, our government has a moral and legal obligation to right those wrongs, and reparations are a necessary step towards achieving justice. Now, here's what the bill would do. H.R. 40 creates a federal commission, an expert body charged with investigating the enduring impacts.
Bullshit. Boom. Another piece of bullshit. Here we go again, another investigation when I just said they already got this information. Just pull the records of what you already got. Why are we going to another investigation? They know that. That's why I say they just want you to start voting. They want you to get back to damn near 90 to 95% of voting for the Democrats. They want President Trump out of there. That's all this is about. That is all this is about. Well, you know what? Some of y'all can go along with this crap, but I ain't going along with it. I'm not stupid. I got a brain on me. I got a good mind on me. If y'all want to go along with it, go along. But I'm telling you, they're not going to do anything. They've had plenty of time to do this. They've had Congress, Senate, presidents. They've had the whole 9 yards to get this stuff done. They haven't done it. Everything that black people have been saying, what is the holdup? They don't care. If you believe the Democrats are going to do something now, you must be a fool. This is This is egregious for them to come out with this now. I really couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this because I knew exactly what it was. But they think that a lot of black people are so dumb, and some of them are, that they're going to get you to fall for this crap. They just want to stir up the conversation to get everybody, man, we need to vote for the Democrats because we're going to get something. Once again, throwing you off. Once again, you not thinking. They got you voting for these people just because you think you finna get something from them. Not thinking logically, but thinking about one thing that is going to be a study, is going to be investigated. You really think that they're going to do an investigation and boom, start cutting checks. It ain't going to happen. Not from the Democrats. Do you see President Trump? He said he was going to do stuff. He's just doing it. When the Democrats get that kind of power, man, it take them to the second and third year before they get anything done. They don't do shit. You just got a bunch of people up there just talking. Hell, look at some of these subcommittees and committees when they get people out in front of them. They should be asking them questions. They don't even ask them questions. All they talk about is Trump, Trump, Trump. What is Trump doing? You trying to get so-and-so out of there so you can get another person appointed for Trump. You going after Trump's political enemies. They making statements and carrying on. They're not even asking these people questions. Go look at it. They up there grandstanding. Not asking no questions. They didn't grandstand it for what? However long they get, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And then the person said, okay, your time is up. Your time is up. And the person just sat there. They ain't have to answer no questions. They didn't just lambaste them. Then they go to a Republican senator, and he's actually asking questions. This is a joke. So, with that being said, y'all let me know what y'all think about Ayanna Pressley and this crap that she's doing. If you're a black person, I want to hear from you. I want you to leave some comments and let me know what you think, because this to me is BS. And as always, if you like the video, make sure you like the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.